Welcome to the era of femininity. The female identity is having a moment, challenged by some, co-opted by others, and celebrated by many. Is anyone else feeling like there's something undeniably feminine in the air? We're going to hop to it. But first, please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos. There's no better spot in culture to observe the rise in femininity than in fashion, where we're thankfully saying ciao Bella to the boss babe and entering into what we're deeming the era of femininity. We're relishing in the romance of flirty frocks, we're embracing our innate love for delicate laces, tulle, and satins, and we won't apologize for wanting to ditch the drab corporate attire we were conditioned to wear and instead lean into dolling up. Unconstrained, authentic femininity in our wardrobes, our self-care, and our demeanor is perhaps a fortuitous consequence of Western culture, which has sought to erase any differences between men and women. No, femininity doesn't have one distinctive face. It's beautifully diverse and expressed through a range of personas. But no matter what form it takes, the trend from which this era gains its name is a powerful one that's guiding girls coming of age and grown women alike into relearning their nature. We can only hope she's here to stay, the girly girl personified. If modern women's fashion were to be defined by a common object, it would undoubtedly be a soup can. We've got more labels than we know what to do with at this point since rabid internet culture, fueled by apps like TikTok, has mastered the art of aestheticizing everything. Just when you think we've touched on every niche, a new community sprouts up and captures consumers' hearts. But what are all of the common denominators between the most a la mode aesthetics? Each of them capitalizes on hyper-feminine elements. From the 90s through the aughts, the pendulum swung full thrust toward hyper-femininity, kindly called bimbo culture by some, but during the years that followed, the girly girl polarity mostly leveled out to allow for the feminist dream of the unsexed girl boss to take the stage. Since we're seeing the pendulum swing in our direction once again, designers are leaning into billowing fabrics, frilly lace and tulle, slinky silk and satin, sultry mesh and sheer materials, rushed and corseted silhouettes to caress womanly curves and expressive embellishments, from delicate embroidery to babyish bows and pearls to glamorous glitters and gems. Each garment and accessory adopts pastel, pale pigments, and saccharine shades of pink, blue, and lilac. They pair perfectly with contrasting neutrals, nudes for every skin tone, and elegant takes on the simple shades of black and white. Regency core, cottage core, coquette, soft girl, ballet core, etc. Regency core catapulted us back to 19th century romance with its costume-like components. Think back to the puff sleeves, bodysees, corsetry, empire waists, cap sleeves, balloon silhouettes, capes, and maxi skirts. Cottage core. Damsels daydreaming about their own secret garden clamored over cottagecore, which draws upon ideals of simple living, far away from our fast-paced modern society. Prairie-style midi dresses, puff sleeves, milkmaid blouses, Peter Pan collars, loose linen pants, and much more. Coquette. Unapologetically cutesy, but with a seductive draw, the coquette aesthetic is Valentine's Day packaged up into a wearable look. For makeup, this means fluttery lashes, feline liner, flush cheeks, and plenty of shimmery highlight. Coquettish clothing, often found in soft white shades and creamy pink hues, is embodied by baby doll dresses, lace-trimmed tops, delicate bodices, knit cardigans, and bow barrettes. Soft girl. With her gentle, loving aura, the soft girl isn't ashamed of slower living, dreamy self-care routines and nourishing her soul from the inside out. Light wash mom jeans, chunky knit sweaters, ditzy floral blouses, silky midi skirts, and linen dresses are often found on the soft girl. Ballet core. Perhaps the result of wistful nostalgia for those days at the bar, the ballet core aesthetic and its soul sister, the Pilates princess, is an ultra-feminine exploration into wearable athleisure. Slim fit rompers, Leotards and bodysuits, wrap-style cardigans and slip skirts, plush leg warmers, ballet flats, and plenty of tulle define these two looks. That said, aestheticizing the trad wife is really not much of a better substitute. Commodifying the role of the housewife dilutes what it actually means to be a stay-at-home mom or homesteader. It's not as dreamy as the Instagram filters may make it seem. After all, children and farm animals alike are not known to be so neat and tidy. Furthermore, while slower-paced living is certainly aspirational, it's not always realistic for a young woman who actually needs to pay her bills in a highly inflated economy. But is there any harm in dressing a little bit more traditional? Looking feminine is one of the few ways left that we can actually be feminine in a society that insists on desexing us and feminizing our male counterparts. It makes us happier to embrace our nature, and the goal of feminism has always been to push back against what women naturally like and shame men for what they naturally like. We've hit that part in the timeline where left-of-center cultural critics have grown noticeably dissatisfied with feminism, pointing out that it's in its flop era, observing that it has become uncool, and even calling modern feminism cringe. Women's publications that, for years, fought against femininity are now gung-ho on these girly trends. They're almost so quick to adopt uber femininity that it appears more like an inauthentic grift. Clearly, femininity sells where feminism fails. Contrasting that, we've unapologetically celebrated what it means to be a woman from our conception. And what does that look like? Whether you're in pants or a big fluffy dress, it looks like embracing elements of softness, caring for your appearance, and using your clothing to express the emotions you're feeling inside. I bid you welcome to the era of femininity, where we're relearning what fulfillment looks like in each of our unique life journeys, where we tastefully dig into our differences instead of disavowing them, and where we unapologetically reclaim our girly essence with the clothing we wear. Also, ladies, what are your thoughts on the new era of femininity? Kindly leave a comment below. Also, what other topics would you like to see videos on? Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out on the latest uploads. Thanks for watching, take good care of yourself, and remember to keep on flourishing. Until next time, toodles!